Welcome to Pilates for the People. My name is Andrea. I've been a Pilates instructor for over 15 years. I'm so excited that you're here. If this is your first step into the Pilates world, welcome. In this video, we are doing some of the basic foundational Pilates exercises. These exercises form the building blocks of the more complex classical Pilates exercises. You don't need any equipment for this routine. All you need is a mat or just a comfortable space to move on. So as long as you've got that, then let's get moving. All right, so this workout starts standing, but we will take it down to the mat quite quickly. I want you to start standing with your feet hip distance apart. Arms are just gonna be hanging by your sides. From here, tuck your chin towards your throat, bow your head forward, and begin to roll down your spine. Knees are soft. Think rolling bone by bone. Inhale when you get to the bottom. Exhale, press your feet into the floor and start to roll back up to stand. Think about stacking your spine one vertebra at a time. So take your time as you do this. Again, we're gonna nod our chin towards our throat. Let your head hang forward. Round through your upper back. You're gonna hinge a little at the hips as you roll forward. Big breath at the bottom now. As you exhale, press your feet against the floor and start to roll up. Think stacking your spine bone by bone. Inhale up tall. Exhale, nod your chin towards your throat. Round forward, soften the knees. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, roll yourself all the way up. Bone by bone here. Inhale up tall and exhale, nod chin. Go ahead, roll down your spine. And when we get down there, we're gonna bend our knees more. Hands find the floor and walk yourself right down to your hands and knees. Place your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. So for most people, that's gonna be hands slightly wider than your knees. From here, round your spine up towards the ceiling, and then arc your spine the other way. So you're gonna round your spine up towards the ceiling, and arc your spine the other way. So as we round our spine, our back makes like a rainbow-shaped arc. And then as we go the other way, our spine, our back makes like a smile shape, smile arc. Round your spine and arc. And round your spine and go the other way. This is called spinal flexion as we round. And this is called spinal extension as we arch. Exhale as you round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. And one more time, exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And then we're gonna round all the way and roll up to tall kneeling. From here, make your way down onto one side. It doesn't matter which one. You're gonna lie right down and support your head with your arm. Bend your bottom knee in and extend your top leg so it's long here. You want your foot approximately the same height as the side of your hip. Okay, so from here, we're gonna lift the leg a little and lower the leg a little. So we lift the leg a little and we lower the leg a little. Place your hand just where mine is here. So it's gonna be slightly below the pelvis, right on your hip joint. And as you lift the leg up and down, I want you to see if you can really find the movement right there at the hip. A lot of people get this wrong, and when they lift their leg, they move from their waist. That might look like this. Do you see how my body's kind of moving from the waist? We're gonna try to keep our waist long and move right from the side of the hip. Good. Again, lift and down. So our focus is to try to move from our hip joint while keeping our spine and our torso really still here. That's it. Okay, so I'm sure you're starting to feel some work at the back of the hip and at the front, back, and sides. Good. Keep going. Let's just do a few more here. We'll go 4 and 3 and 2, and then pause with your foot again at hip height. You're gonna swing the leg forward a little, swing the leg back. Go forward and back. Go forward and back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, good. Exhale, one more. And you see how the foot stays hip height the whole time. Good. All right, let's stack our knees. And we're gonna shift our feet back just a little so that our feet are approximately in line with our bum. So we're in the fetal position, but it's kind of like a long fetal position here. All right, the bottom leg stays down, feet stay together, top knee lifts and lower. Top knee lifts and lower. Again, we're trying to get the motion to happen right at the side of the hip. Avoid allowing your body, your pelvis, to roll back in space as you do this. Good, so we want to localize the motion right at the hip so the pelvis stays stacked, top side over bottom, and just the top leg is opening and closing. Opening and closing. Good. Opening and closing. Open and close. We'll go 3, and again, you'll probably feel some work around this side of the hip. You might feel work down the whole leg. It's not wrong. That sometimes happens, but really focus on getting the muscles here to contract, right at the side of the bum. Okay, one more. Lift and down. Very nice. We're gonna roll right onto our back before we go onto the other side. So bring your arms by your sides. Your feet are now flat on the ground. From here, keeping your knees parallel, press through your feet and lift your hips up. This is called a bridge. And then lower your bum to the floor. Again, press down through your feet and lift your hips up to a bridge and lower down with control. Really focus on pressing through your feet as you lift. Good. So really focus on pressing through your feet and see if you can feel your bum muscles lifting you up. Now both our bum and our back is working here. Good. When we first get started with this type of exercise, a lot of times in bridge, our back will want to do more of the work than our bum muscles. So that's why you're really going to focus on lifting from your bum. Try exhaling as you lift up. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower down. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower. And we'll do one more. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to lower it down. You can bring one leg long, grab behind the other thigh, and use the leg to bring yourself all the way up to sit. Good. Let's go and do the other side. So lying down, supporting your head with your arms, and then the bottom knee bends in and the top leg goes out long. So top side of the pelvis stays stacked over the bottom, moving from your hip. You're gonna lift a little and lower a little. Lift a little and lower a little. Good. Lift a little, and you're looking for work at the side of the hip, maybe a little bit at the back and a little bit at the front as well. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Good. And lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Very nice. Go for 4 and 3, and 2. Okay, one more time, and we're gonna pause with the foot back in line with the hip here. From here, we're gonna kick the leg forward, kick the leg back. Good. Kick the leg forward, and kick the leg back. So when we're doing this exercise, try not to focus on really maximizing the swing. Instead, focus on really controlling the motion in both directions. You want to try to stay as still as possible through your torso as your leg moves forward and back. Again, the motion is coming right from the hip joint, just right around here. Good. Last 2. That's it. And 1. All right. Let's stack our knees. Shift the legs down a little so the feet are in line with the bum. You're going to open the top knee and close. Open the top knee. The motion comes from the hip. It's a rotation of the hip here. So the thigh bone turns out. Yeah, the thigh bone turns out. Avoid rolling the pelvis back in space. So it stays still and stacked top side over bottom. Let's try to add some breath. So we're gonna exhale to open, inhale to close. Exhale to open, inhale to close. Exhale to open, good. Inhale to close. We'll go for 4 and 3. That's it. And 2. Good. And 1 to go here. Excellent. All right. And we're going to roll back onto our backs. Back to our bridge here. So arms come down by your sides, our feet are flat on the floor. Our knees are parallel in line with our hips. Press into your feet and lift your hips up to bridge. And then come all the way down. Press down through your feet, lift your hips straight up to bridge. And all the way down. Exhale, press through feet, lift up. Inhale to lower down. Exhale, press through feet to lift up. And again, you're gonna look for work in your bum muscles here. Good. Press and lift up and down. Press and lift up and hold. We're gonna change our bridge now. This time, I want you to roll down your spine. Think rolling down 1 vertebra at a time from top to bottom, from ribs to tailbone, really slowly and sequentially. Good. Let's try rolling up. So round the low back into the mat first, lift your tailbone, and start to peel the spine off bone by bone by bone. Take your time when you're doing this. Big breath at the top. Exhale, sink your breastbone. Roll through the back of the ribs. Roll through the low back. Roll right down towards the tailbone. Again, we're gonna roll up. So curl the tail up, round the low back. Peel off the floor. Peel up bone by bone by bone by bone. Big breath at the top. And exhale, last one here. We're gonna roll down the spine, 1 vertebra at a time, bone by bone by bone. Very nice, good. All right, in this position here on our back, I want you to tip your pelvis slightly forward so you're resting between your 2 bum cheeks. You've got a flat bone right at the base of your spine called your sacrum. That's what you're really resting on here. There should be a small space under your low back. So we don't want to feel like we're arched. We also don't want to be smushed into the ground here. You're somewhere in the middle. Another way to check is if you lift your head, you look at your pelvis in the front, you want your 2 hip bones, pelvic bones, and your pubic bone, which is the center of your pelvis, to be level. So try that. And then come all the way down. Let's interlace our hands and place them behind our back. Elbows lift just a little so you can see them out of the corners of your eyes. Nod your chin again towards your throat, and you're gonna curl up to an abdominal curl. Check your pelvis is neutral. And then uncurl. Big breath at the bottom. You're gonna curl up. Let's try inhaling on the way down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, curl up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, curl up. Check the pelvis. Bum muscles should be relaxed as you do this. Good. Sometimes what happens when you're first getting started is people will squeeze their bum as they do an abdominal curl, like this. And you want to try to keep your bum really relaxed so the work stays in the front here. Do one more. You're going to hold the next one up. Hold the next one. All right. From here, you're going to bring one leg up to tabletop. Good. And then lower down with control. Bring the second leg up to tabletop and lower down with control. One leg comes up, lower down. Second leg comes up, lower down. One more time, each side up and down and up and down. Lower right down to the floor. Staying with the upper body down now, place your hands on your hip bones in the front, your pelvic bones. Take a breath here. As you exhale, keep your pelvis as level as possible and fold one leg back up to tabletop. Inhale, lower down. As you exhale, pelvis stays level and fold the other leg up. Inhale to lower down. As you exhale, level pelvis, leg up. Inhale down, level pelvis, and up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. One more, inhale down and exhale up. Very nice. We're gonna bring our legs out long now. Keep your hands where they are on your pelvic bones, hip bones in the front. We're gonna try to stay level as we take a breath, exhale, and hinge one leg straight up towards the ceiling. Can you stay level? Lower down with control. Inhale. Exhale, level pelvis, other leg comes up towards the ceiling. And inhale as you lower down. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale, lower down. One more each side. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hinge up. Inhale, lower down. Bend one knee and then the next, and arms by your sides. Back to our bridge. This time we're not doing the rolling bridge. We're gonna go straight up. So take a breath. As you exhale, push your feet into the floor. Lift your hips straight up. Inhale, straight back down. So we're not rolling through our spine. Exhale, press down through your feet. Lift straight up. Inhale, lower back down. Exhale, press through feet, lift up. Good. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press through feet, lift up. Good. Inhale to lower. One more time, press down, lift up. Very nice. And come all the way down. We're gonna walk our hands a little wide, bring our hands wide. We'll heel toe our feet out a little wider, and I want you to start to tip your knees over to one side, center, over to the other side, and center. So you tip and center and tip and center. Tip and center and tip. Good. Inhale one way. Exhale the other. Inhale one way. Good. Exhale the other. Inhale one way. Exhale the other. One more time. Inhale one way. That's it. And exhale the other. All right, we are gonna roll right over back onto one side. So again, our arm supports our head, and I want you to lengthen your legs out really long here. Okay, so try to get your body in a straight line from head to toes. You're gonna keep the top hand against the floor. You're gonna use it for balance and support. Glue your legs together, and then both legs lift off the floor. Inhale and lower them down. As you exhale, bring both legs off the floor. Inhale down, and exhale, bring both legs off the floor. Oftentimes our abdominals automatically contract to support us as we lift the legs up. That's what we want to happen. And I want you to emphasize that. So as you exhale, pull your belly button in towards your spine as you lift your legs. Inhale down. Exhale, lift your legs. Inhale down. Exhale, lift your legs. Inhale down. Go for 4. That's it. And 3. Good. And for 2. Good. And one more time here. Go ahead and lift up. That's it. And down. You're going to separate your legs and push yourself all the way up. So in this position, our legs are in 2 triangles. Whatever way we were facing, that's the way we're going to reach. So I want you to bring your arms out to the side, lean over, do a big side bend here, and then use the muscles down the long side of your waist to pull yourself back up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, pull yourself back up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, pull up. 1 to go here. Up and over. And all the way up. Excellent. All right, let's flip around. We're going right down again to the floor here. So we want to lie down in a long straight line, legs in line with head. Yeah, so straight line from head to toe. That top hand stays down for balance and support. We're going to start with a big breath in through your nose, and as you exhale, you can pull your belly muscles in a little and hover both legs. Inhale to lower down, and exhale to hover. Inhale to lower down, and exhale to hover. Inhale to lower down, and exhale to hover. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. So again, your abdominals often kick on automatically. What's really working hard in this exercise is your oblique muscles, the muscles that are on the side of your waist at the top side of your waist. Lift and down. Let's do one more. Exhale, lift and down. Separate your legs. Push yourself all the way up. All right, so whatever way we were facing or lying, we're gonna reach there, go down, big side bend. Use that long side to pull yourself all the way up. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, get tall. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, get tall. Inhale, up and over. Exhale and tall. Inhale and exhale. One more. Go ahead. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Stack your knees now, one on top of the other, and you're going to drop down to your forearm, just like this. We want our elbow underneath our shoulder. Okay, from here, I want you to grow really tall on your arm and then sink down. Get really tall on your arm and sink down. Really tall and sink. Tall and sink. One more, tall, hold it tall. So we want to stay lifted up on our arm. Push your knees into the ground and lift up to what's called a side bridge. And then down. Stay lifted in the upper body. Push to the knees, lift up and down. Exhale up, in and down. Let's do 2 more. Exhale up. Good. Keep pushing away from the floor, getting really tall through the shoulder. Last one here. Up and down. Nice. Flip on over to the other side. So knees are stacked. We drop down to our forearm. Our elbow is under our shoulder here. All right, we're gonna sink. Get tall and sink. Get tall and sink. Get tall and sink. Get tall and hold. Good. Stay really tall. Push through your knees. Lift your hips. Lower down. Stay tall. Lift your hips and lower down. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale down. And exhale, lift the hips. And down. Got one more here. Go ahead, lift the hips and down. Wonderful. All right. Bring yourself up and we're going back to hands and knees. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. That means for most of us, our hands are going to be a little wider than our knees. From here, we're going to go back to our rounding spine like a rainbow. And then arching spine like a smile. Exhale to round. And inhale to arch. And exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Inhale, arch. And one more time, round. And then let's go to flat back here. So we're gonna be neither rounded nor arched. Your head is in line with the rest of your spine and your eyes look down between your hands. Without making any motions, I want you to sink your right knee into the mat and push into your left hand. So we've got opposite limbs pushing down. Then switch to the other side. So left knee pushes into the mat and so does the right hand. Opposite limbs pushing down. So we've got now left hand, right knee, and right hand, left knee. Left hand, right knee, right hand, left knee. So this can be hard to follow. It can be hard to follow the cues. You keep switching back and forth. All that matters is that you're pushing through opposite hand to knee. Yeah, so opposite, see if you can find that in your body. And as you go from side to side, notice how the sensation of work changes from one side to the other. Yes, so notice how you feel more work on one side versus the other. Or how should I say that? Notice how the muscle work changes when you change sides. Okay, so we're all gonna push now with our right knee and our left hand. And the sides that aren't pushing are gonna reach forward and lift up. And then come in and down. Push with those. Other sides, reach forward, back, lift up, down, and in. Push with those. Forward and up, down, and in. So keep alternating here. Most people focus on the legs that are lifting. I want you to focus on the limbs that are staying on the floor. So most people focus on the limbs that are lifting. You focus on the limbs that are staying on the floor, really pushing them into the floor, grounding down. What that helps is to turn on core. Good, reach and down, push down, opposite sides as you reach. Okay, let's do one more. Push down opposite sides as you reach and in. And then round your spine and arch. And one more time, round your spine and arch. Okay, almost done here. We're gonna make our way right down to the floor. And I want you to stack your hands on top of one another, and then you're gonna place your forehead right on your hands. Forehead right on your hands. Okay, so from here, keeping your elbows heavy, shoulders relaxed, pull your belly in, hover your head, reach your breastbone forward, and let your eyes gaze forward just beyond your mat or just a couple of feet forward. And then come down slowly. So pull your belly in, hover your head, reach your breastbone forward, look forward, and then come all the way down. Pull your belly in, hover your head, reach your breastbone, look forward, and come all the way down. So we're gonna lift on an inhale, and exhale to control your way down. Lift on an inhale, and exhale to control your way down. Lift on an inhale, and exhale to control your way down. One more time, lift on an inhale, and exhale to come right down. Beautiful. Place your hands beside your chest. Push yourself right back up to hands and knees. From here, I want you to have your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, and I want you to tuck your toes under. Okay, we're gonna push into hands. Head is in line with spine, eyes gaze between them, between the hands. Take a breath here. As you exhale, push through hands and toes and hover the knees. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press through hands and toes and hover the knees. Inhale, down. And one more time, exhale, press through hands and toes and hover the knees, hold. Hike your hips up towards the ceiling and begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Hang your body over your legs. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to push your feet down into the floor. Just as we started here, begin to stack your spine up, bone by bone by bone. Let your head come up last. Inhale. Exhale, nod chin towards throat. Roll down your spine, one vertebra at a time. Softening your knees as you need to and hang here. Inhale. As you exhale, again, begin to stack your spine up, bone by bone by bone. Head comes up last. Big breath here. Exhale, roll down your spine. Soften your knees as you need to. Inhale at the bottom. And last one, push your feet down into the floor. Begin to stack your spine up, bone by bone by bone. Good. Roll your shoulders back a few times here. That's it. We'll reach our arms out to the side once. Bring them up towards the ceiling. You can look up and then give them a shake, 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 all the way down. Great work, everybody. Just as with anything in life, progress comes with consistency. This workout that you did today is something that you can do again and again. These are the foundational exercises of Pilates. And even though I've been practicing Pilates for 20 years and teaching it for almost as long, this kind of work is still so good for my body. And I do these kinds of exercises almost daily. If this was your very first time trying Pilates, good for you, good for trying something new, and I really hope to see you again.